Hi, it's Sarah Banta here with Accelerated Health Products. And the other day, someone asked me, well, what would you do for a chronic disease or to cure the incurable? I'm not a doctor. I'm not willing to say that I could help cure your incurable disease, but what would I do if I had an incurable disease? Well, let me tell you. When you talk about healing incurable diseases, you have to take a step back and look at how you got there. I truly believe that every disease is curable except for Down syndrome. Most diseases are caused by leaky gut, which is the source of inflammation and a compromised immune system. So, how do you heal leaky gut, reduce inflammation, and strengthen the immune system? My goal is to give people back their own power to heal their bodies and to have their immune system heal itself. When you talk about mental or emotional issues or diseases, you cannot address them without first addressing the physical foundation. Mental and emotional diseases are directly linked to a weakened physical state. So when you strengthen the physical foundation, the mental and emotional conditions usually improve. We've had many health issues in our own family, and I've had many clients with mood disorders that we're correcting as soon as their physical and immune systems improve, their mental states improve. So first, what is causing the mass amount of incurable disease? Number one, non-ionizing radiation. 5G and radiation is a huge threat we are now having to combat on top of everything else. It's causing so many of the life-threatening diseases that we're facing, such as Alzheimer's, dementia, brain fog, depression, suicide, anxiety, cancer. A few facts. SMART, as in a smartphone, stands for Secret Military Armaments as Residential Technology. 5G is like a microwavable oven. It is cooking your proteins and other tissues. The iPhone 7, for instance, emits 8.22 watts, and they claim it only emits 1.66. There's proof that DNA damage starts at 0.0224 watts. The FCC is not protecting you, as the cell phone carriers are supposed to tell you that you're only supposed to use them for 6 or 30-minute intervals, and this is not regulated. Microwaves and smart devices have become the new smoking. An estimated $7 trillion will be made through the rollout of the 5G and the Internet of Things. There are over 20,000 health effects from radiation and 5G as they know it. As your brain is exposed to the pulse modulation, the brain tries to keep up and it drains the brain, causing hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's. Number two is the ionizing radiation. Just a few weeks ago, Russia had a nuclear rocket go off by mistake and killed a few scientists, accumulating on top of the Chernobyl and Fukushima radiation. Common effects from radiation are cancer, DNA damage and heart failure, cardiomyopathy, nosebleeds, headaches, fatigue, reproductive damage, dementia, damaged sperm, cataracts, brain fog, and flu-like symptoms. Number three, glyphosate and other toxins. We're bombarded by toxins in our food supply and environmental toxins like fluoride, bromide, and chlorine. These toxins clog the iodine receptor sites throughout the body. Because they look like iodine molecules, bromide is considered one of the 12 deadliest toxins in the world and isn't even legal in Europe, but is in the US. It's found in bread, Gatorade, Fresca, mattresses, and so much more. So what are you going to do to help cure these incurable diseases that are caused by what we just talked about? Number one, you can take back control of your exposure to EMFs by doing the following. Exchange out your smart meter for the analog reader. That's the one with the dial on it, not the digital reader. Turn off your cell phones as much as possible, which I know is hard to do. Hardwire your house, get EMF protection for all of your electronics, and invest in a rest shield. This you can find at acceleratedhealthproducts.com. It reduces the harmful effects of the electromagnetic pollution from electrical and electronic technologies such as your cell phones, computers, wireless networks, television, radio, etc. It puts you in a 15 to 20 foot radius protection energy bubble that mimics being on the earth before any of this pollution exists. Number two, accelerated silver. It helps kill all foreign pathogens, unlike antibiotics, which is only effective against bacteria. It helps kill viruses, fungus, and most known pathogens. It strengthens the immune system, detoxifies the blood, and enhances the body's own detoxification mechanisms. It also is made with scalar technology, unlike any other silver out there. This is a proprietary electromagnetic process that electronically pushes the silver into a state where it loses its identity as a traceable element and acts more like a gas than a physical element in your body. We make the water molecule, which has the best memory properties that we know, memorize the signature vibration of the element we are using. Once the cell is oscillating with the embedded signature, it is eternal in nature. The silver count in the product is very, very small. It also has a proprietary formula that allows the silver to bypass the gut barrier for optimal absorption and healing, which no other silver can do. And it can be taken safely for continual health with no known side effects. Number three, accelerating iodine. Many people are deficient in iodine. In fact, 96% of the United States is. Not only in the thyroid, but in the heart, ovaries, breast tissue, and adrenals. When we are deficient in iodine, toxins from EMFs, chemtrails, and radioactive iodine clog the receptor sites meant for iodine. Additionally, fluoride, bromide, and chlorine are toxins that easily clog these receptor sites as they are in the halogen family along with iodine and readily fill those receptor sites. Go back to your chemistry class in high school. They all look the same. Diethyl bromine, for instance, is in chemtrails. Bromine, like I mentioned before, is considered one of the top 12 deadliest chemtrails on Earth. It is somehow still legal in the US, and it's found in all of these things that we are using on a daily basis. Like I mentioned, Mountain Dew, Gatorade, Fresca, pesticides on non-organic vegetables, fire retardants on mattresses, car interiors, computers, and the list goes on. So as it relates to chemtrails, 5G, and non-ionizing ionizing radiation, if we don't have sufficient amount of iodine in our system, our receptor sites will be accepting these toxins and poisons in their place. They will dumb us down, lower our energy mentally and physically, and lower our thyroid and metabolic function. 96% of people, like I mentioned, are low in iodine and are at risk for many health diseases. The most obvious one is hyperthyroidism or Hashimoto's. Additionally, low iodine is the #1 predictor for depression. What's more is that women with low iodine have 3 times more risk for breast cancer and fibrocystic breasts, as the breast tissues actually carry more iodine receptors than the thyroid. Furthermore, the pineal gland in the brain becomes calcified with fluoride when the brain is not sufficient in iodine. As a result, the brain becomes dumbed down and brain fog increases. As you take the iodine to replace the toxins in the brain fog lifts, the mental energy increases, the mood improves, and you become more enlightened. Iodine has actually been known as the most important mineral for spiritual life. Iodine also increases apoptosis, which is defined as the accelerating killing of dying cancer and disease cells. So iodine and oxygen are the only 2 things that can cause this. That's why it has anti-cancerous properties in general. Iodine also makes ATP and energy production occur. For instance, a person with cancer may have 200 mitochondria in each cell, versus a healthy person having 3,000 to 5,000 mitochondria in each cell. So why would you take acceleradine versus any other iodine? Acceleradine is charged with true scalar energy. This means it's treated with the most balanced and highest frequency that exists, and it heals at the deepest levels. With that, it also helps fight radiation exposure. And it also is radiation free. Most seaweeds and other iodine supplements come from sources that are heavily radio contaminated due to Fukushima and other things. It's also a single iodine atom with 100% bioavailability. Most iodines are diatomic molecules that require the body to use more energy to break it down, which is especially hard if you already have a weak immune system. It's allergy-free, and it also produces that apoptosis we talked about. The fourth supplement that I would take for an incurable disease is Nuke No More. This is a formula of scalar enhanced, hyper extreme oxygen saturated, and hydrogen charged spring water with tissue regeneration and healing frequencies. It essentially has antidotal frequencies that neutralize nuclear fallout and smog of hundreds of radioactive isotopes and general radiation from ionizing radiation like X-rays, commercial flying, and non-ionizing radiation from smart meters, electropollution, smartphones, and other wireless technology. It's based off of an offshoot of Tesla technology. Its hyper extreme content of oxygen seems to exponentiate wireless communication to the body's hundreds of trillions of cells, and it zeroes out the radiation in the body. This has been shown in a study of 32 subjects where 31 subjects maintained a zeroed out state for 2.5 years without the maintenance dosage, and even after they've consumed or continue to consume highly intracellular radio-contaminated food. So really you need 1 to 2 bottles of it and you're good for a couple of years. Number 5, this one I'm super excited about because I was just introduced to it, is the ESSC60, also known as Vital C. This is not a vitamin C. This is a carbon 60. There's no other study that's ever been done on a supplement on mammals that has this long researching longevity and lifespan. This is the longest one. In the rat study researching this supplement, a control group of rats all died with tumors, and those giving the MyVital C lived 90% longer, and not one rat had any tumors upon their death. ESS60 is the only version of C60 that has been proven for safe consumption for humans. Most other formulas that you see on the internet are fraudulent, so really be careful. It also neutralizes radicals, but unlike other antioxidants, it resets itself again and again. It's 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. A lot of diseases are caused by free radicals, and this will help slow down that progression. The FDA has not evaluated this product, and it's not intended to cure or diagnose disease, like I said, but this is what I would take in my program if I were fighting an incurable disease. So what testimonials have we heard from this supplement? Number 1, longevity, of course, increasing the lifespan by 90%. Better sleep, and I noticed this within day 2 of using this supplement. Pain relief and arthritic pain goes away, and it improves joint flexibility. Better vision and reverses macular degeneration. It improves hair growth and nails. People are actually reporting that new hair growth is coming in and in the original color. It improves mental acuity, helps with blood pressure, increases libido, and improves hormonal health in general. It reduces inflammation, so it can help with nerve health and people who have reported recovery from some nerve damage. Anecdotal improvement with dementia and mental health is improved. It protects nerves and improves your ability to communicate with your body. And it's been said that it can help with heavy metal detox, and it's also antibacterial and antiviral. So many benefits from this supplement, and you just take 1 teaspoon a day. It's so easy to take. Number 6 is my keto detox bundle. And this is a bundle of supplements that heal leaky gut, reduce the inflammation throughout the body, and it detoxes the body, resets and rebuilds the immune system while eliminating that systemic inflammation, heals that gut, and builds the microbiome back up. When you add in the keto supplement in the keto detox bundle, the results are accelerated and enhanced. It starves out the disease cells, creates the environment for autophagy, the recycling of proteins and killing of cancer cells and other foreign pathogens. So your body is gently detoxing and rebuilding at the same time. These bundles are a great place for anyone to start the healing process, regardless of where the body is health-wise. Number 7, the AMP coil machine. This is an amazing machine that is a staple in our house. It's a modified Tesla coil or bioresonance coil that is uniquely designed and electrical resonant transformer that provides the power ratio required for the PEMF to penetrate deeply enough in the body and reach the quantum level of the human cell. At this level, frequencies can literally shift your core cellular vibration back into balance and neutralize anything that's foreign to the human body. It detects EMFs or biological warfare in the body and rebalances the negative frequencies. It supports physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It restores the inner ecology that your body needs to function properly. It helps the human energetics, rapidly return to a balanced state. The way it works is you use a voice analysis biofeedback to create personalized journeys so that your body's natural healing mechanisms can work effectively. Number 8, intermittent fasting. You want to start with intermittent fasting, and it's known and mentioned in every religion for thousands of years for a reason. It creates an environment where it starves out the bad cells, the cancer cells, and all the disease cells, and recycles the proteins in your body, cleans things out. This process is called autophagy, which I had mentioned earlier, and it essentially looks like not eating breakfast and just eating lunch and dinner, for example. This stabilizes your blood sugar, reduces insulin resistance, which 80% of the United States is suffering from, either being pre-diabetic or diabetic. Let me say that again. 80% of the United States is either pre-diabetic or diabetic. Insulin resistance causes inflammation in the body and contributes to a cascade of issues, disrupting hormonal balance, feeds cancer and disease, causes obesity, puts pressure on the immune system, and so much more. As the body's trying to deal with insulin resistance, it's unable to do what it really wants to do and fight off disease. Now, if someone has cancer, I would actually tell them to try to work up to a 3 to 5 day fast where you really get the benefits of starving that cancer. Number 9, along with the ketogenic detox bundle or the keto detox bundle, I would incorporate the ketogenic diet. Being on a ketogenic diet makes intermittent fasting much easier, and you can use the exogenous ketones or the keto supplement and the one that is on my website is the one that I promote and I believe works the best, where it puts your body into ketosis within 30 minutes. It makes it so that you're immediately in fat burning mode and your body's not looking for sugar or carbs from the outside source to fuel itself. It uses its own fat stores for fuel and is essentially quote unquote snacking on your fat all day long. This gives you incredible mental and physical energy while improving that autophagy and recycling of proteins and amino acids in the body. It's amazing that your energy increases physically and mentally when you're fasting in a ketogenic state. Remember, I'm someone that was initially totally addicted to sugar. Now I don't eat breakfast and I have 2 meals a day and sometimes just one, but they are large, full of organic meats and fish and vegetables cooked in olive oil, coconut oil, and salads. I'm always satisfied and I feel amazing. This is truly a way to turn back the clock and starve out those disease cells in the body. This has become very trendy, but this trend is here to stay. And my goal is to take the diet and intermittent fasting to another level with these supplements. Number 10, you can incorporate far infrared sauna. Number 11, cold plunge therapy. And number 12, building muscle. As we age, we have a harder time building muscle, and muscle protects us from age and disease. through the ketogenic diet, you're able to maintain more muscle mass as your body doesn't break down that muscle and burns your fat and spares that muscle instead. So those are my 12 tips on how to cure the incurable, or how I would personally approach curing the incurable or a chronic disease. If you have any questions for me about your own specific issues or health challenges, email me, Sarah Banta, at sarah@acceleratedhealthproducts.com. Happy to help put together a protocol and decipher what is the most important for you to take on as far as improving your mental, physically, and emotional health. Thanks again. Thank you for joining us today. Leave a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this, and please be sure to check the description below for any additional information. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment or ask a question, as I'd love to answer as many of those as I possibly can. If there's a particular topic you'd like to hear more about, please share that in the comments below as well. Thanks again for joining us, and hope to see you again soon.